Respected friends, welcome for one more day of our studying the Shastras, trying to discover the meaning of them through that meaning for our life. Today too we'll have our Veda chanting, Upanishad Adhyanam, Taittiriya and Mundaka, then Gita. Our 12th Skandha, slowly we are coming to the conclusion of Bhagavatam. Wonderful story of Markandeya Rishi, his tapasya, how Naranarayana has come to him, how the Bala Mukunda Darshana he had, how Bhagavan Shiva Parvati also have come and blessing him. Good, very inspirational stories we are seeing. So, to in the 10th Skandha, Bhagavan Krishna, Rukmini, Samvadam, and in our Adhyatma Ramayanam, we will see today the Vibhishana coming to Rama for Sharanagati and our Dattatreya Ashtottaram. So let us start our day with our chanting. You know the meaning. Madhuvata Rutayate. The winds bring that madhu sweetness to us. Madhuksharanti Sindhavaha. Let all rivers and oceans bring that sweetness to us. Madhvihi Naha Santu Oshadhihi. Let all the Oshadhis bring that nectarine sweetness to us. Madhunaktam Uta Ushasi. Let the night be, let the day be, bringing only the happiness, sweetness to us. Madhumat Parthivam Rajaha. Let the every dust particle of the earth be bringing the joy, happiness only to us. Madhu Dhyauhu Astu Naha Pita. Let the Dilokavasi Devatas, Pitrulokavasis, Pitrudevatas bring all sweetness only to us. Madhvihi Naha Santu Oshadihi Madhudyorasnapita Madhumano Vanaspatihi. Let all the trees and forests bring that sweetness to us. Ultimately, Madhvihi Gavaha Bhavantu Naha. Let all cows or all the gamis dishaye from all directions. Let only sweetness and goodness come to us. With these prayers, extensive and intensive, we will be prompting the Lord to provide us with those opportunities outside, abilities inside, to do only those good things by which the life is sweet nectarine for us as well as whoever are around us. Maybe you all enjoy the chanting as you know now the meaning. Three times. Om Madhuvatharutayate Madhuksharanti Sindhavaha Madhvirna Santoshadhihi Madhunaktamutoshasi Madhumat Parthivagum Rajaha Madhudyaurastuna Pita Madhumanno Vanaspatir Madhumagam Astu Suryaha Madhvirgavo Bhavantu Nः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Madhuvatarutayate Madhuksharanti Sindhavaha Madhvirna Santoshadhihi Madhunaktamutoshasi Madhumat Parthivagam Rajaha Madhudyaurastuna Pita Madhumanno Vanaspatir Madhumagam Astu Suryaha Madhvirgavo Bhavantu Nः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Madhuvatarutayate Madhuksharanti Sindhavaha Madhvirna Santoshadhihi Madhunaktamutoshasi Madhumat Parthivagam Rajaha Madhudyaurastuna Pita Madhumanno Vanaspatir Madhumagam Astu Suryaha Madhvirgavo Bhavantu Nः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In the same way, the Manavani, all our faculties should be very strong, powerful, mutually integrating, synergizing our personality for our study of Shastra and doing sadhana. Telling this meaning is the next Shanti mantra, twice we chant today, which we started yesterday actually. Let's start. Om Vang Me Manasi Pratishtita Mano Me Vachi Pratishtitam Aviravirma Edhi Vedasya Maani Staha Shrutam Me Ma Prahasihi Anenadhite Nahoratran Sandadhami Rutam Vadishyami Satyam vadishyami tanmamavatu tadvaktaramavatu avatu mam avatu vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Om Vang Me Manasi Pratishtita Mano Me Vachi Pratishtitam Aviravirma Edhi Vedasya Maani Stha Shrutam Me Ma Prahasihi Anenadhite Nahoratran Sandadhami Rutam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatvavatu Mamavatu Vaktaramavatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Om 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 Sahana Vavato Sahano Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vijay Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Om Guru Pungava Pungava Ketanate Samatamayataam Nahi Gopi Sudhihi Sharanagata Tattvanidhe Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvataitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavataitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tannamami Om Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha Shri Veda Vyasa Vaishambhayane Agnyolki Adya Shankaradi Gurubhyo Namaha Tesham Sarvesham Kripa Anugrahena Upanishadukta Brahmatmaikya Bodhasya Asmin Kshane Eva Anubhava Siddhyartam Sanatana Dharmasya Vaidika Haindava Samskrutehe Punaruthana Jagarana Vishwavyapti Vishwadhyatmika Pragati Vishwashanti Kalyanartham Samasta Dharma Samstapaka Karyakartanam Nitya Nirantara Digvijaya Praptyartham Sri Krishna Yajurvedantaragata Taittiriya Aranyakantaragata Taittiriya Upanishadaha Sri Adya Shankara Bhashya Sameta Adhenam Vayam Sarve Karishyamahe Om Yasmat Jatam Jagat Sarvam Yasminneva Pradiyate Yene Dandharite Chaiva Tasmai Jnanatmane Namaha Yairime Guru Vihipurvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatāh Sarva Vedantāh Tān Nityam Pranatosmyam Taittiriya Mayacharya Prasadatah Vispashtartharuchainam hi Vyakyayam Sampraniyate Om Shanno Mitrah Sham Varunah Shanno Bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Bruhaspatihi Shanno Vishnurukramah Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmavadisham Rutamavadisham सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेत् तद्वक्तारमावेत् आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली ॐ अथ नवमोऽनुवाकः. Let us chant the ninth anuvaka. ॐ यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न बिभेति कुतश्च नेति एतगं हवावन तपदे किमहं साधुना करवं किमहं पापमकरवमिते स य एवं विद्वानेते आत्मानग्गः स्पृणुते उभे वैष एते आत्मानग्गः स्पृणुते य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत्. Once more. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनन्दं ब्रह्मणो विद्वान् न बिभेति कुतश्च नेते एतगं हवावन तपदे किमहं साधुना करवं किमहं पापमकरवमिते स य एवं विद्वानेते आत्मानग्गः स्पृणुते उभे वैष एते आत्मानग्गः स्पृणुते य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषद. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, in this ninth anuvakam, which is the first part, is the quotation of Rigveda mantra for what is said in the eighth anuvaka about by the Yajurveda Brahmana regarding that fearlessness, etc. Now, and also this anuvaka gives us, if we have a vision, the entire summary of the Brahmavalli, Anandavalli, Brahmanandavalli. So in this there are 3 or 4 shlokas. So each one we are trying to understand. We have seen the first one yesterday. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. So from that Brahman who has got these lakshanas of nirvikalpa, yathokta lakshana, advaya and anandatma. From that Brahman, the Vani returns without illuminating him, because the Vani is the Dravyadi Savikalpa Vastu Vishayani. The Vani functions only where it's a name and given to Dravya Ityadi as well as Savikalpata. So that the matter and the variety of the vikalpas which are having what do you say, the alternatives, alterations which are gross, to them the Vani works to name them or can be talked about them. But this Brahman being something other than all that, how much ever the people try to use the Vani, what is said here, Brahmani prayoktubihi prakashanaya prayujyamanani. How much ever years together the great saints seekers talk about Brahman, yet none of the speech reaches it. The meaning of that is, don't get satisfied by the vocal ability to talk about Brahman. What we talk, like any place also, when somebody explains the beauty of it, we may listen. All that we may make concepts, but actually when we go and experience it, the experience alone counts, not the explanation which we listen from others. Many times though, what we heard, what concepts we made, what the scene there would be totally different itself. So the Vani koi haath mein nahi aata ye Brahma. That is why tatra vedaha aveda bhavanti. Then shastranyadhitya medavi ulka vaktanyathotsrujet. Only in our Indian Hindu Sanatana Dharma scriptures that it is said that you have to give up scriptures and transcend scriptures to know the truth. So this is one thing about Vani. What about the Mana? Even mana also iti pratyaha vijnanam. Mana is the pratyaya. Pratyaya means thought. Vijnanam is vishesha jnanam, means specified knowledge through the thoughts is the work of the mana. So the Parabrahman is non-special, non-specified by any of the qualities. Therefore, even mana also fails to conceptualize the Brahma Tattva, or by having the concept of Brahman developed through the study of Shastra, don't conclude that you have reached the Brahman, or by just mere intellectual conclusion or vocal speaking about the Brahman, neither Brahma Anubhuti is gained nor there is any liberation from the Jiva Bhava, Deha Abhimana and Samsara. So, avidyaya mantare vartamanaha or nayamatma pravachanena labhyaha, all those references we can keep. By this what? How much vani is required for us to ask question? How much vani is required for the Guru to answer? Very much in the beginning. How much Guru's thoughts of the truth conveyed to us through the Vani, and we having heard the Vani, make the ideas to understand about the truth very good required. Yet that is not the truth. Truth is experiential. Therefore, don't stop at the vocal speech, mental thought level. Reach to the experience which is beyond these two. To convey to this, the Shruti Mata says, Yato vacho nivartante, then aprapya manasa saha. Then why they are not said separately? Vani returns, then mind returns. Why they are said together, manasa saha? Because of the combination between the Vani and the Mana. The Mana vrittis, if they are not conveyed through the Vani, they cannot be communicated. And the Vani, when it is not backed by the Jnanam in the Mana, it is only a meaningless blabbering. Therefore, both of them go together. That is why Manasa Saha Shrutimata said. Thank God we have chanted today again in our Shanti mantra, Vang me manasi pratishtita, Mano me vachi pratishtitam. Let both of them be integrated, Vak and Mana, to give us the knowledge of the truth till their work is over. Then let that Mana and Vani do not hold us from transcending them to reach the truth, the reality. That can be our prayer. So this one is done. Eva manasa saha eva manasa vijnanena sarva prakashana samarthena nivartante. So the mana can illuminate or know through the thoughts so many things of the world, not the substratum called as Parabrahma. Then tam brahmana anandam. No, first line is over. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Then tam brahmana anandam. Next line is what? Anandam brahmano vidvana na vibheti kutaschana iti. So, first from this yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha means what? Let the mana and vani help us to the extent whatever they can. But they cannot help us in knowing the Brahman. So know that one day all the vani at Vaikari, Madhyama, Pashyanti level we have to transcend, and all the concepts also we have to transcend. So having understood this, now we are coming to the second sentence of this ninth Anuvaka. What is that? Anandam Brahmano Vidvan Naviveti Kutaschaneti. The simple direct meaning is Vidvan, the knower of Anandam Brahmanaha, Ananda Swarupa Brahma, or Brahma Swarupa Ananda. After that, Kutaschana, from nowhere or reason, Viveti na, he will be not afraid. So these very symbolic, subtle things, when they are hinted at, we should have the subtlety and expansive intellect born out of our many years of listening to Vedanta to understand in its expansive manner. Means what? When it is said, Mana bhibeti kutaschana means he will not have fear from anything, means any fear, any misery, any limitation, any conditioning, any samsara, none of them will be there. तो भय नहीं है तो फिर दुख होगा क्या? तो भय नहीं है तो क्रोध होगा क्या? भय नहीं है तो फ्रस्ट्रेशन होगा क्या? ऐसा नहीं पूछना. Once one word used, na vibheti, we should include all the samsara which jiva goes through in his mind in the form of these emotions. All of them will not be there. We have to understand in that expansive manner. So, Brahmanaha Anandam Vidwan na viveti kutaschana. Okay. Now this Brahmana Ananda and Brahmadeva Ananda and the Ananda of the other devatas through the Ananda Mimamsa, it was already told. So therefore, the Brahmana Ananda is not the reflected Ananda, not the conditional Ananda. It is what then? Brahma himself is Ananda. There, Shashti Tatpurusha Samasa we should not use. कि ब्रह्मणः आनंद means ब्रह्म का आनंद नहीं, ब्रह्म ही आनंद स्वरूप है. Now, who can reach to this Brahma Ananda? The one who transcends all the upadhis, upadhiyukta limited expression, is it not? So, to transcend the upadhis and upadhiyukta limited expression, only these three sadhanas or four sadhanas are told. Therefore, those who thoroughly understand, practice these four sadhanas, they will be freed from the upadhi expressing individuality, by which they merge with Brahman, whose swarupa is Anand. What are the four sadhanas? Shrotriyatva, Avrujinatva, Akamahatatva, supported by Sarva Eshana Tyaga. That is why Shrotriyasya, Avrujinasya, Akamahatasya, Sarva Eshana Vinurmuktasya. Only for the one who has done these things, that Brahma Ananda will come. So these things repeatedly when we study and make clearly the understanding that, this is what is the achievement I have to achieve. For achieving this, this is what sadhana I have to do. So I am a spiritual seeker. I am the seeker of the truth. To seek the truth, this is the thing to be done. This way we have to do the murmuring, the mananam in us all the time. And then keeping that sadhana in front of us, this is what I have to do, we should do. So Shrotriyatva, we have explained is this yesterday exhaustively. Then Avrujinatva also we discussed. Shrotriyatva means thorough in the Shruti Jnanam, learn from the Parampara Yukta Guru, so that undoubtedly Brahman alone is Satyam, Jagat is Mithya. Therefore, the goal cannot be the Jagat, goal is Brahman alone. That conviction when it comes, our Shrotriyatva is completed. So to avrujinatva, not even a thought, not even of action, anything to obtain of the world. When we have transcended, then we have transcended the vrujinatva, the papa. So anything done other than Paramatma Prapti should be considered as papa in the interest of our own sadhana, because in them there is a chance to make us forget the truth. Now the third one is akamaha tattva. Other than seeking Paramatma, nothing of the world can be sought even little. Because of these three, all the Eshana Tyaga, Putra Vitta Loka Eshana. So all these intellectually we have to understand and transcend that they are illusory. When we are held up in them, we are bound in samsara. Our purpose is to see the truth beyond. Thereafter, play in the same world without getting bound. So in this way, in a calm and quiet mind's mood, telling to ourselves all these things, we have to keep on doing our everyday these sadhanas. So to that person of these four sadhanas, Sarva Eshna Vinmuktasya, he will have Brahmana Anandam. And how is that Brahmana Anandam? Atma Bhutam. Means what? There are no two things that from that object I am getting Ananda. In the other Anandas, it is not Atma Bhuta Ananda. It is the Brahma Ananda reflected in the purified Antakarana. In cases of the Manushya Gandharva, Deva Gandharva, Pitrunam Charalokanam, Ajana Devanam, Karma Devanam, Devanam, Indrasya, Brahaspatehe, Prajapatehe, Brahmadevasya, all of them are, remember, not the Atma Bhutananda, but the Ananda they experienced in their Antakarana, which is reflection of the Brahma Swarup. So here it is not like Atma Bhutam means what? The pure blissful Brahman only. So you will get Ananda not reflected, not conditional. The Brahman itself is Ananda, that type of Atma Bhutam. Then Vishaya Vishayi Sambandha Vinirmuktam. You know, like for us, when there's a Vishaya comes, then the Vishayi in me experiences it. So in that Brahma Ananda, the experienced, this duality is not there. So Atma Bhutam is not from the not self. Then Vishaya Vishayi Sambandha Vinirmukta means there is no experiencer and experienced duality. It's the oneness of that blissful self being myself. Then next one, Swabhavikam. It is one's own, not born from anywhere. Most important is Nityam. See, all other Anandas of all the Brahmadi Devatas being conditional. When the conditions conducive are there, so long that Ananda is there, when the condition goes away, the Ananda also goes away. Now, this being Atma Bhuta Swabhavika Ananda, there is nothing that it goes away, therefore, this is Nityam. Now, see, if these words are not commented and told to us by Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavan, we would have not completely exhaustively understood that sentence. So, Anandam Brahmano Vidwan Yavala. So, the Brahma Ananda Prapti is like this. That is the Atma Bhuta Ananda, that is the Swabhavika Ananda, that is the Nitya Ananda. In the Vishaya Vishi Sambandha is not there, and also it is Parama Ananda. Parama means beyond this there is no Ananda greater than this, higher than this. And how it is gained? The above four sadhanas. Shrotriya avrujinatva kamatva sarveshana virirmuktasya. For that person of this Brahman, Vidwan. Vidwan means what? As a self, his own self. And Vidwan, yathoktena vidhina. So, Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Bhashya is so perfect, important. He doesn't allow us, if we follow sincerely, to go in a wrong track even for a moment, and keeps us always on the right track of pursuing the Brahman, realizing it. So, Yathoktena Vidhina is the important word. What is Yathokta Vidhi? Right from the beginning, we go to the Guru, surrender to the Guru. Guru gives us upasanas. Through that, Antakarana becomes to a great extent Shuddha. In that Shuddha Antakarana, chance for the Jignasa is there. Either Jignasa can come to me, or with the Jignasa only I join the Gurukula, or Guru himself induces seeing our Antakarana Shuddhi Jignasa. Then in the Jignasa, what is that having gained which everything is gained? That soft up deep question comes. And to that question, the answer is Brahma Vidapnoti Param. Now, in other Upanishads, the question is asked. Like in Mundaka, Kasminna Bhagavo Vijnate Sarvamidam Vijnatam. Like in Keneshitam Padati Preshitam Mana Ityadi. Like in Katha, Ke Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Adharmat. Questions appear to be different, but the final thing is what? All questions indicate the seeking of the answer of one which is beyond, behind everything. So here in Taittiriya, specific prashna is not asked, but from the answer given by the Guru, we can say that prashna is already there in the heart of disciple. So what is that? How the Param, the Supreme, can be achieved, hey Guru? So the answer is Brahma Vidapnoti Param. So starting from there, knowing the lakshanas of the Brahma, then the place of the discovery, the Upalabdhistanam, then the Falashruti keeping in the mind, then to recognize that Brahman in us, the entire process of the Srushti Krama which is said, thoroughly, deeply understanding it in this way, the one who knows. So, two essential things we discussed are, one is Srushti Shruti, second is Pravesha Shruti. If these two we can master, in the Srushti Shruti, how Paramatma alone has expressed from the Akasha onwards the Annamaya Kosha. Thereafter, how he has entered to express as an individuality through the Upadhis, only for us to recognize him, because that is the only Upalabdhisthana that he made as an Upalabdhisthana. Actually, in the layman's language, in us, every moment, the experiences which we are gaining, that I am a seer, I am a knower, I am a taster, each of the experiences which are happening to us are given to us by the Lord to discover who is this seer or the knower. That seer and knower is the Upalabdhisthana. So, known and seen is dropped, knower and seer is meditated upon. That knower and seer is through the conditionings. When the conditionings are dropped, the pure conscious Jnapti Swarupa Sadvastu is realized. That is the meaning of Yathokta Vidhina, Yathoktena Vidhanena. And in between, so many of the other discussions also happened. The three questions are asked. Athatonu prashnaha. So these are all discussions to remove the possible doubts from the heart of the seeker or the questioner or disciple. So yathoktena vidhina, the one who discovers this Brahma Ananda in himself, as himself. So what is the main sentence? Anandam Brahmano Vidwan. Vidwan means the one who knows. Brahmanaha Anandam. So Brahma whose Ananda Swarupa. Here Brahmana Anandam is appearing like Brahma ka Ananda. Shashti Tatpurusha. Na. Here we have to very subtle. That is why elaborately he gave the Bhashya. Brahmana Ananda means Brahma whose Swarupa is Ananda, which that Ananda is of these Lakshanas. Not like the other Vishaya Ananda or Upadhi reflected Ananda. Here Brahma is different, Brahmana Anand is different. No, Brahman himself is Anand. Like we give the example, the coffee or tea is different, then the sweetness of coffee or tea is different. Sweet is different, the sweetness of the sweet is different. But then the sugar and sugar's sweetness, they are not different. So in the Vishaya Ananda, in the Nidra Ananda, the Ananda is different, which is reflection of Brahman. And in which the Ananda reflected is, that is different. But when it comes to Brahma, Brahman himself is Ananda Swarupa. Like sugar itself is sweet, salt itself is salty. In a vegetable, you add salt. So the vegetable is not salty, the salt is added to it. But salt by itself is salty only. For that, there is no other thing required to make it salty. In the same way, Brahman himself is Ananda Swarupa. ब्रह्म का आनंद मतलब ऐसे ब्रह्म का आनंद, ब्रह्म का ऐसा वाला आनंद. Brahmana means which is, as we said now, one by one word, Atma Bhutam. Then Vishayi Sambandha Nirmuktam. You understood? Swabhavikam, Nityam, Avibhaktam, Parama Anand. ऐसे वाले ब्रह्मण के आनंद को जिन्होंने डिस्कवर किया. विद्वान. What is the falashruti here? Na vibheti kutaschana. That is the important thing. From no reason he will have any fear is equal to any sort of samsara. Now we can discuss about this at length, but a hint is given. You can think about it. Bhaya, why it comes to us? First, because of our own subjective upadhis. So for the Sharira, Jara, Roga, Mrityu, Adi, Bhaya. For the Pranamaya, hunger and thirst, Bhaya. For the Manomaya, somebody will love me or not, that Bhaya. For the Vijnanamaya, will I know and defeat the world or not, that Bhaya. All of them go away. Because in the Brahma Ananda, all these upadhis are transcended. Other Bhaya comes to us is from somebody who is other than us, who can take the things away of ours, who can harm us, etc. So there is no other thing is at all there in the world. Therefore, that's other source of bhayam, that also gone. Third bhaya comes to us from the Ishvara. Ishvara also is discovered to be the same Brahman, me. Therefore, ईश्वर से भय नहीं है, जगत से भय नहीं है, जगत में रहने वाले दूसरे जीवों से या शरीर आदियों से या वातावरण आदियों से नहीं भय है. नो भय from his own is Upadhis. Because in that Brahma Anubhuti, all of them dissolve. Because that Brahman alone is everywhere there. That is why explanation is given is Navivedi Kutaschana means Nimitta Abhavatu. Okay, nimitta abhavat. And what is the nimitta for the bhaya? The basic thing, dvitiya dvai bhayam bhavati. That is what he is explaining now. Be careful. Ki nahi tasmat vidushaha anyat vastu antaram asti. For that vidwan, vidushaha, for him, other than himself, there is no other vastu, bhinnam yatah viveti. For him, seen or recognized, from where he gets a fear. So these things subtly should indicate to us that all samsara is summarized in fear. And the fear continues as long as we take the world or the jivas or the Lord as somebody other than us. Okay, this is only in avidya. We are given a vidya. From the superficial upadhi standpoint, there may be differences, but that substratum without which the upadhis can never be, from that substratum standpoint, it is one Brahman alone everywhere. So when you look from that standpoint, there is no thing or being other than him. Therefore, how can there be a fear or samsara? So therefore, it should touch my heart that I have to lift my identity to that level of the Brahma Swarupa, which is all pervading, where there is nothing other than it. Therefore, the entire samsara, which is put in a capsule form here as bhayam, will never be there to me. Reverse dekho, if I don't discover that substratum, that Brahman as myself, then I see the world as other than me, apart from even Ishvara. The samsara can never end. Temporary pleasures, reliefs may come, but permanently it will never. Therefore, vastu antaram na nahi tasmad disha anyat vastu antaram asti bhinnam yataha vibheti. So therefore, vibheti include everything. Bhaya means raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, irsha, asuya, then the spardha. All are the mental aberrations which make us act. Those acts are born out of these wrong mental aberrations. Therefore, the result will be a negative of giving us the misery. All these mental aberrations can never be when oneness is discovered. At the most, the love, the loving service, these are the only two expressions will be there. Like, what do I do with myself? Only two things. I love myself, I serve myself. I consider my body as myself. Therefore, I love my body. How much you are useless with all tongue twists, etc. It is. But still, I love and serve. Is it not? In the same way, when the whole universe is discovered to be me, the Brahman, then if at all there is an expression, there is the expression of love and service. That's why love the world unconditionally, serve the world unconditionally is said to be the sadhana by which with the world, whatever that isolation, separation, difference I have, that is dissolved, which equips me to discover the one substratum. Discover the substratum and love and serve all. Or love and serve all and become purified to discover the one without second substratum. Other than this, there is no redemption for anyone, even if he becomes Brahmadeva. Even if he becomes any of the Uttama Upahati Yukta, the Jivas, even if whatever they are. In the world, he may become Karodpati, Pradhan Mantri, whatever. In the Uttama Loka, he may become Indra, Chandra and all. Ultimately, even he may become Brahmadeva. Without oneness with that Brahman, all are samsari. Is it clear? Therefore, as a human being, from here, we can do Papa and go to Naraka, Punya and go to Swarga. Do both of them equally, come back to the earth. Do lot of the Upasanas and go to Upasya Deva Loka. From here only as a human, by discovering Brahman, we can discover the infinite bliss and liberation where there's no place to go, there's no identity to become identified with. Choose the best. That is your choice. This is how only Upanishad has the dareness and guts to inform to us about the ultimate. And therefore, to study the Upanishad, the Adhikari also, everybody is not fit. Only those who have got a deep inquiry and seek the eternal or permanent, not the temporary, only to them this Upanishad Vidya can enter into. बाकी सबों को अर्थ काम मिल ही जाता है. They work, they get of this world, other world, great upasanas, they do, they go to Swarga, they enjoy. Yesterday we saw, no? त्रैविद्यामां सोमपापौतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासान्ते सुरेन्दुलोकम् अश्नुन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान् तीर्थं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकविशालं क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्य लोकविशन्ति. Never have doubt. You can become Indra, you can become Chandra, you can become Gajendra, Rajendra. Do those yajna and upasana. But all becoming will have an end, not this one. So the sentence is Anandam Brahmano Vidvan Nabibheti Kutaschana. Okay? So for that Brahma discovered, realized the saint, there is nothing other than him from where he gets fear. Therefore, to avoid all samsara, we have to avoid the fear. To avoid all the fear, we have to avoid the cause of fear called as Dvaita. To remove the cause of the fear, the Dvaita, only thing is discover the Ekameva Advayam Brahman in ourselves and everywhere. As spashta as it is. Now be on this job. नहीं समझ में आया तो 10 बार सुनो, बट यही बात है समझने वाला. और ये बात अनुभव में आने तक जीते रहना उसी के लिए. दैट्स कॉल्ड ए प्योर स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ साधना. So what the great sadhakas in their own ashramas do without involving with the world and worldly activities, this, that they have thoroughly mastered the क्या कहते हैं बौद्धिक ज्ञानम, that being one with that Brahman alone is the way to come out of fear and all samsara. Therefore, they are seated and doing all sadhanas of Anvaya and Vyatireka, etc., to go deeper and deeper into themselves and discover that Brahman as themselves. And in that process, they need the help of Karma Yoga, करेंगे, Bhakti Yoga, करेंगे, Ashtanga Yoga, करेंगे. Because the life, like, grass may not smooth all the time. Variety of ups and downs come, depending on that different actions we take. So in spiritual sadhana, every time not the same mood. Different moods come. Depending on the mood, that particular sadhana is done to keep oneself on the track of spiritual unfoldment. We also have to be the same. We keep in our heart the goal of Anandam Brahmano Vidvan Nabhimedi Kutaschaneti. To achieve that, the ultimate of the meditation we try to do. Whenever that's not possible, all the auxiliary sadhanas which enhance our meditating capacity, etc., we have to involve in them. They are called as Thoda Karma Yoga, Thoda Bhakti Yoga, Thoda Ashtanga Yoga. None of these are goals. Goal is through the Paramatma Jnanam only, Parabrahma Anubhuti. Let that picture be clear. Now, then, Navibheti Kutaschana. Then same thing he says here by quoting Avidya. Remember this, Avidya means what? Wherever the Dvaita is there, it is Avidya. Wherever the Advaita is discovered, it is Vidya. So Avidya yada ut aram antaram kurute. Because of ignorance, even of little of the sense of otherness is maintained. Ata tasya bhayam bhavati iti hi uktam. This is not very clearly said in this 7th Anuvakam. So the Upanishad का इसी उपनिषद का quote करते हुए he says कि why he has no fear, because he is reached to that Brahman which has nothing other than it. It alone is there everywhere. So ut aram antaram kurute bhayam bhavati. Become little subtler here. Antaram with what? Antaram with Brahman only. That I am not Brahman. See? That is sloka, in our Atma Bodha. Jivam jnatva bhayam vahet. Nayoham jiva paratmeti jnataschet nirbhayo bhavet. The shloka is Rajju sarpavadatmanam jivam jnatva bhayam bhavet. Naham jiva paratmeti jnataschet nirbhayo bhavet. Rajju sarpavat. The rope taken as a snake, like that. Atmanam jivam jnatva. If you consider yourself as jiva, bhayam vahet. You will carry the vaha means load, carry the load of fear wherever you go in the whole universe. Naham jiva paratma iti jnatah chet. If I discover I am not jiva, I am the Parabrahma, nirvayo bhavet wherever you are. So wherever we go, we have fear if I take myself as jiva. Wherever I go, I am fearless if I discover I am self to be the Paratma or the Brahman. Therefore, the whole world in front of me with which I have the sense of otherness. And in the world, the beings, then the Ishvara in the heavens above the clouds. I have difference with all of them because I myself have limited myself with the Upadhi. Therefore, when I myself within me transcend my Upadhi and discover myself oneness with that Brahman, suddenly what will happen? When the Brahman is discovered in me as me, the entire Jagat, Jivas, other than Narayana, Ishvara, all of them found to be same Brahman. Therefore, there is no antaram with anything, therefore, no bhayam kurute. There is no fear. Think more about the need of this fearlessness, such a blissful life it is. And that's possible only when we discover that our identity is the Brahma Swarupa and see everything as that. Else, I am other than Brahman, therefore Jiva with no Upadhi, then continuously the fears of limitation. Brahman being infinite, finite में ही limitation fears होते हैं, not in Brahman. Brahman is blissful and others have the fear that the happiness may or may not come. But if we discover oneness with it, there is no fear at all. But again, back to square one point, we are cocooned in Dehadi Tadhatmya, Deha Sambandhi Vishaya Tadhatmya, so much from so many lives that this knowledge सुनने को ही हमको हिम्मत नहीं होता, समझने को हमको अकल नहीं होता, प्रैक्टिस करने को हमें ताकत नहीं होता. Therefore, we have to start our journey from where we are, of removing all the dirt and filth in our mind of all sorts of the attachments, the desires, etc. of the world. That is why Shrotriyaha, Avrujinaha, Akamahataha, Eshanatrayat, Vinirmuktaha. These are the things if we can't do, then forget about Brahma Prapti and Moksha. Then what to do? That is why keeping the goal and means intact, whatever is possible, keep on doing. Other things don't do with your initiative. Our initiative is only for the sadhana to know the truth. What else has to be done as per our dharma, as per the requirement, as per our any of the obligation, करें लेकिन मन उसमें नहीं फंसे. What is the मन फंसना उसमें? Seeking ananda through them and taking them as the goal or important. When that aspect is dropped, then we are helping ourselves. But even for this, only the Brahman is reality, he alone is blissful. In discovering Brahman alone, all problems go away. These things we have to thoroughly accept. Our study of Shastras is for this purpose only. Because once this is achieved, whether it takes 5 years, 10 years, 5 lives or 10 lives, once this is achieved, that only in the Brahma Prapti there is moksha, thereafter there is no looking back. Nobody need to force or push to give up everything and meditate. If one is not convinced about it, then again and again the world and vasanas, they go on, pull him into the worldliness. That is why we are saying whether you do other sadhanas or not, anything it's your choice. But the ultimate important thing is no day without studying the Upanishads. Brahma Vidya Bodhaka Upanishads, which without any dilution talk only about the absolute truth. Purana Itihasa talk about truth but mix it up with so much of the Dvaita of the Ishvara, Jiva, Upasana, different lokas going. Everything good they are talking, but not the best. Best talks, only Upanishad talks. Therefore, the greatest study is that of Upanishad, which reminds our essential nature as Brahman and makes us, inspires us, strengthens us in taking this Brahma alone as the goal. Now you imagine, सिर्फ क्लास में उपनिषद का ये बातें होते हैं. When you go to रामायण, अब राम कथा, अरे राम जी जाकर सीता को ले, हमको क्या फर्क पड़ने वाला है? We are still the जीवा suffering. भगवान कृष्णा मैरिड 16,000 मैंने की फर्क पैंदा I'm same frustrated ego. You know, Anything we know, it won't give us liberation. That is why knowing it only, our Vyasa Bhagavan through Adhyatma Ramayana, through the Ramayana giving us Adhyatma Jnana. Is it not? सब घूम फिरा के उपनिषद वेद्य ब्रह्म में ही आना चाहिए. That is why Atmecha Vevasiyata. All that we have to be very clear. Any other thing we seek, we get it, but that's not the ultimate or infinite. Therefore, that ends only. We are back to square one. Therefore, through the Upanishad study, Brahma Prapti Eva Laksham. When we get established, we are on the absolutely right, correct track. And when the best is given to us by our Guru Parampara out of their love and compassion, why not with open hands receive it? Why give chance to mind and ego, which just wants to go according to its habits? Mind and intellect are nothing but habits. We have to recognize it. All our sukha bhoga in the world is habitual only. It is not necessary, it is not a reality. Because of the habits, we change the habit, it goes away. It's all so simple it is. But it takes some time to change the habit from the bad to good. उतना हमको tolerate करना पड़ता है. That struggle, that misery, that frustration. Once we have gone this side of it, it's over. That is how everybody shifts their track from seeking the Ananda from the world to the seeking Ananda from the Brahman. Everybody's case is same. We are not special or unique. हर एक जीव उपाधियों के द्वारा सुख पाने की इच्छा से इस प्रपंच में कर्म के द्वारा भागता रहता है. And anybody who has become seeker and sought the reality, they change the track like this only, with all the knowledge. It's all a habit. You change it, it goes away. Like at the same time, you have a habit of reading the newspaper, your mind is filled with the political, all the news. You have a habit of watching TV, your mind is filled with those things. You have a habit of talking to the friends, वही मन में रहेगा. You have the habit of studying Upanishads, Upanishad Jnanam is there. Simple things but highly effective. We have to recognize and just to shift our gear and track. The track wala example is good because just change the track itself will take you to the different destination. ट्रेन में ना दो ट्रैक, वो जो जंक्शन में नो ट्रैक, इस ट्रैक में गया ना पूरा यू विल गो टू सच ए नॉर्दर्न साइड और लिटिल ट्रैक चेंज गो टू दिस. So the track of being regular in our swadhyaya takes us toward the truth. Keep that in mind. Now, after this is said, iti hi uktam. Now, vidushaha cha, be attentive. For a vidwan, avidya karyasya, avidya ka karya, taimirika drushta dvitiya chandravat. No, that Taimirika means the one who has got the eye problem, he saw the second moon. That sort of अविद्या कार्य का नाश हो गया विद्वान को. Therefore, नाशात भय निमित्तस्य, भय का निमित्त रूपी द्वैत for a विद्वान destroyed. And that भय का निमित्त द्वैत, to convey to us that example given is of the second moon. Moon is never two, it's one only. But just there is a drishti dosha, second moon appeared. So to avidya dosha, dvaita appeared. He got the avidya, then that avidya kruta dvaita drishti gone away, and in the dvaita only all the bhayam. And yada hi eva esha antaram kurute, ata tasyam bhavati, tasya bhayam bhavati. So the karana of the dvaita gone away, therefore nabhiveti kutaschana iti yujyate. Therefore it's so perfect to say that the avidya janita dvaitatva is transcended by the vidya of the ekameva dvayam brahma. Therefore the bhaya karana, the dvaita has gone away from his life. Therefore no vibheti kutaschana iti yujyate. ये तो उनके लिए suitable ही है. You will not have any fear. So having said this, now one paragraph Bhagavan uses to just, we all forget but he remembers. That in the fourth Anuvaka also the same sentence came. What was that? Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Only one word is different there and here. There, anandam brahmano vidwan nabhiveti kadachaneti. Here, anandam brahmano vidwan nabhiveti Kutaschaneti. So what is the difference between the same sentence there and here? Little slight difference. वो कदाचना कुतश्चना उसमें ही फर्क है. That he has taken up. At that time also it is said. When we are studying fourth Anuvaka, toward the end of the Valli, again this will come. You refer, if you have the book with you, the fourth Anuvak में है कि नहीं, 3 and 4, it starts with that only. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनंदम ब्रह्मणो विद्वान अभिभेति कदाचनेति. वहां भी है, यहाँ फर्क क्या है दोनों में? लिसन कि मनोमये च मीन्स while explaining the manomaya kosha, towards the end of it, while giving the quotation from the Yajurveda, Rigveda mantra, same thing was said. That's the meaning of manomaya cha udahruta mantraha. There also this mantra was given. What is there in that? Manasaha Brahma Vijnana Sadhanatvat. What was said there was कि मन को ब्रह्म है ऐसा उपासना कराने के लिए. If you remember in that sequence of it, when each of the kosha was explained, like Annamaya kosha is explained, then when we do the upasana that Anna is Brahma, then we get the Anna all the time without problem. Do you remember? Those things was explained. Then we get identified or we do the upasana of the, like here it is, so see, annam sarvam tennama sarvam vai tennama apnuvanti yennam brahmo upasate. See, sarvam annam apnuvanti ye annam brahma idu upasate. Because the anna came from the Oshadhi came from Prithvi, etc., etc. Prithvi came from Akasha came from Brahma. Therefore, if you do the upasana of the anna as Brahma, you will get sarva anna, sarva kaleshu without problem. Anna Brahma upasana, its phala was, by the way, told that. This will come again in Bhrigu. So too, when we do the pranamaya koshas upasana, that the pranamaya is Brahma. Why? Because even the pranamaya kosha has come from the Vayu, that Vayu has come from the Akasha, Akasha came from Brahma. We are not doing Jhota Upasana there, Jhotwala. Satya Upasana only we are doing. Then what was the result given when we do the Prana Upasana? Then Dirghayu will come. We will not die in between before the Prarabdha comes to conclusion. So that was the result given. When we do, see, sarvamevata ayuryanti ye pranam brahma upasate. Sarva ayu they get in the body, long life, full life. Here includes the whole health, etc. without problem. And a yogi language means, dekho, if we really master the pranamaya kosha, then one can expand the longevity of even this body. For hundreds of years, yogis can sustain the body. They're all the yoga sadhanas. So in that also again the pranam brahmeti vyajanat means pranamaya ko brahma ke rup mein upasana karo. Again the same way when the manomaya kosha was said, the manomaya kosha ko brahma ke upasana karne se ye dono milenge. What is that? Anandam brahmano vidwan ki अप्राप्य मनसा आनंदम ब्रह्मणो विद्वान न विभेति कदाचन एति. So he will have the ananda of the Brahman as well as there is no fear. If he knows the mana, because mana is come from again the Tanmatras only, and they all have come from the Paramatma only. So मन का ब्रह्म के रूप में उपासना करने से ब्रह्म का आनंद मिलेगा और न विभेति कदाचन, कभी भी नहीं डरेगा. That was the one. Then when you do the Vijnana Upasana, the Vijnanamaya का तो बढ़िया सा रिजल्ट बनाया, यानी विज्ञानम देवा सर्वे ब्रह्म ज्येष्ठ उपासते. Then विज्ञानम ब्रह्म चेत वेद तस्मात् चेत न प्रमाद्यति शरीरे पापनो हित्वा सर्वान् कामान् समश्नुता. These are all falashrutis we saw. Now Shankara Bhagavan here says, referring to that what we have said now, कि मनोमये च उदाहृता मंत्रः. What is the difference between what is said there in the Manomaya Kosha and here is ki tatra manasa brahma vijnana sadhanatvat. There the mana is given as the brahma vijnana sadhana, because with mana you do the upasana, that it is Brahman only. Tatra Brahmatvam adhyaropya. Okay, in the mind the Brahmatva adhyaropa was done. That's stutyartham. For the stuti of that Brahman, that from the Brahman only mana came, the mana can be equated with the Brahman. That's stutyartham. कि तत्र ब्रह्मत्व अध्यारोप्य तत्सुत्यर्थम न बिभेति कदाचन इति. न बिभेति कदाचन मीन्स कभी भी वो डरेगा नहीं. इति भयमात्रम निषिद्धम. देयर द फियर इज रिजेक्टेड. न बिभेति कदाचन, कभी भी डर नहीं रहेगा उनको जो मन ब्रह्म है ऐसे उपासना करो. स्तुति के लिए. Why all that? Because we identify the mind and we forget the Brahman. When we say the mind itself is Brahman's expression, then we are reminded of the Brahman. These are all Vibhuti Upasanas. Like Rama and Krishna, we see everywhere in the world. That is Pauranika way. Here, the mind also is Brahma. So that the Brahman is remembered, mind is not fully too much identified. To achieve this, that was done. Then as a स्तुति, फल के स्तुति के लिए और हमें इंस्पायर करने के लिए, in the फलश्रुति it is said, न बिभेति कदाचन. Kadachana means never. But what is done here? Here is not Manomaya is equated to Brahman. Here directly Brahma Anubhuti is gained. And when the Brahma Anubhuti is gained, we are identified. Brahman being one without second, the cause of fear is the duality. Because the duality is removed, the cause, therefore there is no cause for fear. That way, there only the fear is negated, here fear with the cause is negated. वहां सिर्फ कदाचन न विभेति, कभी डरेगा नहीं बोला उधर, कारण को छुआ नहीं. यह क्या है? कारण सहित तो डर को भगा दिया, क्योंकि डर का कारण है द्वैत. द्वैत इज डिसॉल्व्ड बिकॉज एकमेवाद्वयं ब्रह्म इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड. सो दैट्स व्हाट हियर इज से. सो कि इह अद्वैत विषये न बिभेति कुतश्चन इति भय निमित्तमेव प्रतिषिध्यते. In the discovery of the Brahman, which is Ekamevadvayam Brahma, the Karana of the Bhaya, called the Dvaita itself is rejected. Therefore, Kutaschana. Kuta means कोई कारण ही नहीं है डर के लिए. वहां कारण का जिक्र नहीं हुआ, but डर नहीं रहेगा. And that is only as a Falashruti to encourage us to say that the my mind, your mind, every mind has come from the Brahman only. In Gita also we are shown nowadays, the children are studying 9th chapter, Pitama, Sayakta, Mata, Dhata, Pitamaha. Yesterday the second best sloka of Gita, Ananya Sintayanto Mam, we taught to them. Badhiya chal raha hai Gita mein. So the explanation is given. Why? Yato vacho nivartante aprapi manasa saha anandam brahmano vidvan naviveti kadachaneti there, naviveti kutashchaneti here. ये दोनों सॉर्ट आउट हो चुके हैं. सो इह न बिभेति कदाचन इति भयमात्रं प्रतिषिद्धम. Only the fear was rejected there. Here इह अद्वैत विषये, when the Advaita Brahma is discovered, न बिभेति कुतश्चन इति, by saying the sentence न बिभेति कुतश्चन इति भय निमित्तम एव प्रतिषिध्यते. So the fear का cause ही निकाल दिया. So there are here the fear, we have to mind it as every sort of the samsara variety a jiva goes through. So we said no bhayam, samshayam, dukkham, ragadvesha, kama krodha, irsha asuya, no garva ahankara, mana abhimana, all of them we have to include in the one word bhayam. Bhayam matlab ये सब. और ये सब naturally, when are they possible? All of them are possible only when there is the dvaitam. इन एकमेवाद्वय ब्रह्म कौन किसको अटैच करेगा, कौन किससे द्वेष करेगा, कौन किससे क्रोध करेगा, है कि नहीं? है ही नहीं दूसरा. देखो the reverse is beautiful, important कि देखो one without second Brahman if is not discovered, this nonsense we cannot avoid. Bhaya you can't avoid, raga desha you can't avoid, kama krodha you can't avoid, and all. देखो, the maja of Vedanta is this. They say, unless you give up raga, dvesha and bhaya, you can't discover Brahman. And here he says, only when you discover Brahman, they go away. So we should understand that they are to be complemented in our life. One side, Brahma Anveshana we have to do and discover we are nearing the Brahma in the form of the removal of all the importance given to Dvaita in our life. Other side, reject the Dvaita by rejecting all the emotional commotions which come out of the Dvaita, then search out the Brahman. In that, we become nearer in the discovery of Brahman, at least intellectually. In this way, कभी कभी ब्रह्म अन्वेषण के द्वारा सारे द्वैत जगत निर्मित सारे वो जो नेगेटिव इमोशन उसको छोड़ देना, कभी कभी उनको छोड़कर ब्रह्म अन्वेषण में आना है. So therefore, both are true at that in their own way. What are the two things that are true? One, only when you discover Brahman, then the Bhaya Karana of the Dvaita goes away. Not only Bhaya, all the Samsara Karana of Dvaita goes away. The other way around, unless we keep away the Raga, Dvesha, Kama, Krodha, that we cannot gain sufficient poise to study the Shastra Upanishad, which talk about the Ekamivadvayam Brahma. Among 800 crores of the people of the whole world, how many millions are doing, how many variety of upasana and sadhana, how many of them are studying this Ekameva Dvayam Brahma Jnana? Very rare. That rarer than the rarest blessings and opportunities are Guru Parampara and Paramatma. If he is bestowing on us, is it not wise to grab it with both hands? Thousands are going to various temples. For what? To maintain the Dvaita, God is different, I am different, and to maintain their desire for the worldly things, give me money, get my children married, only this. If we are given Brahma Jnana, means we have risen above all of that. Otherwise, ये चीज सबको देखो एक बात, never ever can satsanga happen without God's grace. Therefore, if we are studying Upanishads, it is God's grace only. For those people when they go to Tirupati and all, वो भी भगवान की कृपा है. भगवत कृपा के बिना संसार भी नहीं हो सकता. But here what we specifically should understand is we are given the chance to get that by gaining which all problems end. No more thing remains to be gained. That is through the Brahma Vidya and Brahma Vidya sadhana, Brahma Bhravati. Never come down from that even a little. If you come down, you get everything, but not the thing. है कि नहीं? कृष्ण भगवान से सब मिलते हैं, बट कृष्ण भगवान नहीं मिलते हैं. आपको कृष्ण भगवान चाहिए कि कृष्ण चाहिए? या कृष्ण भगवान के साथ 12 चीजें चाहिए या भगवान ही चाहिए? You want the things from Lord or you want the God? That is Arjuna's choice. I want Lord, not other. This is where our regular listening helps. Once only we listen, हाँ गुरु ने बोल दिया ब्रह्म प्राप्त करो. Second time if you don't go, that thought don't become stronger. You are in the world seeking the multiplicity, that becomes stronger. But we go on listening, then the Shubha Ichcha starts happening in us. That is the main purpose of Satsanga. Satsanga is Sadvastu ke Sat Sangha, where the Upanishads are taught. This is the, and there is no emotion here. There is no logic, there is no sentiments there. Brahman is infinite. Infinite Brahman, when you discover your oneness, you are infinitely blissful. Otherwise, you are in finite world. Finite world can never give infinite bliss. One day it will end, you will be back to square one. Dekho? So direct, simple logic it is. There is no manipulation in Vedanta. There is no any corruption in pure Brahma Jnanam. There is no any show off kaho ya imagination. नहीं है. ये as transparent crystal, as a crystal, as a distilled or pure water. That's it. एंड नो मेहरबानी हम कर रहे हैं अपने ब्रह्म को जानकर, ना करने से ना कोई ब्रह्म को या गुरु को या शास्त्र को कोई नुकसान है. इट इज वी हैव टू थिंक. हो गया. नाउ ननु अस्ति भय निमित्तम साधु अकरणम पाप क्रिया च. Now for the next mantra, the avatarika in the form of Purvapakshi, the Guru Maharaj himself is raising. Avatarika is the Purvapakshi. Sir, Nabiveti Kutashana आप कर रहे हो, why not? There is always a chance for fear. Not one, the two possibilities are there. And this is question is an introduction to the next portion of the main mantra. So यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते हो गया, अप्राप्य मनसा सह हो गया, आनंदम ब्रह्मणो विद्वान हो गया, नबी वेदी कुतश्चनेति हो गया. Okay, Then the next one, Anandam Brahmavidu Kutashaneti. Then the next one is Etagam Havavana Tabate Kimahagam Sadhuna Karavam Kimahagam Papama Karavamiti Saya Evam Vidvanete Atmanaggas Prunate Ubehi Vaishaite Atmanaggas Prunate Ya Evam Vedo Ityupanishatu. These two things have to be told. Ya Evam Veda Ityupanishatu is the last one. It's a conclusion for Shruti. So this one. The next mantra of Etagam Habava na tapati. Kimahagam sadhuna karavam, kimahagam papam akaravam iti. So, giving a chance to Bhashyakara to comment on this as if Purvapakshi is raising a question. What he says is Nanu, indeed, Asti Bhaya Nimittam. How do you say, sir, there is no chance for fear? There is always Karana for the fear, is the Nimittam is Karanam. भय का कारण तो है. What are they? Sadhu akaranam papa kriyacha. Sadhu akaranam, not doing good. Papa kriya is doing the nisheda. So the sin of omission, sin of commission to hai. Because even a jnani, jivan mukta is living in the same world with the same shariradi upadhi. When he is doing so, knowingly or unknowingly, through him also, avoiding the good, doing the bad can happen. That is papa for everyone. So for him also it should be a papa. Then that is the cause for the bhayam. And not doing correct thing also cause of fear. Doing the wrong thing also cause of fear. Fear is for misery. So क्या है इसका जवाब? Now this topic is one of the most important topic for both highly evolving spiritual seeker also, for our worldly people also. For we are in the world also, हमारे लिए भी उतना important है जितना ये वेदांत तत्व ज्ञान वाले हैं ये वाला मंत्र. Now सिद्धांति कथम इति. अरे why are you saying उच्यते? Okay, the mantra is this one. Let us chant it. Etagam havavana tapati kimahagam sadhuna karavam kimahagam papama karavamite. Again, etagam havavana tapati kimahagam sadhuna karavam kimaham papama karavamite. So these are the two things which torture us, which never torture or trouble the Brahmajnani. And what are the two things trouble us? Kimahagam sadhu na akaravam. Why I have not done good? This regret. Second, kim aham papam akaravamiti. Why did I commit the sin? Even I was getting kicks, yet why did I do the sin? Even I was given so many of the rewards, positive results, why I have avoided the good? So if these two are the regrets that remain in our life, the entire life is wasted. On this topic is the subject is developed very beautiful. फर्स्ट पैरा में तो हमारे जीवन का फुलफिलमेंट इन दोनों को अवॉइड करने में भी है, ये वाला डेवलप किया जाएगा. विल टॉक टुमारो एट लेंथ. In the second topic, these two will not touch the Brahma Jnani. That will be told. Why is it so? You come when tomorrow we'll see. And in this way, this Brahmananda Valli has given us complete information for the sadhana and teaching the Brahman. That is how Ya Evam Veda Ityupanishad, conclusion of second Brahmananda Valli. So tomorrow we do this exhaustively and conclude the second Valli. Then we go to the Bhrigu Valli. If possible, कल ही हम स्टार्ट करेंगे इंट्रोडक्टरी भाषा से. नहीं हो पाया तो we enter into it day after tomorrow. Then as much detailed, exhaustive as we had Brahmananda Valli, utna ho nahi hoga Bhrigu Valli. So we can browse through, go through and conclude it quickly. But the subject studying will be quicker. But sadhana, so it depends on do we start or not, how quickly we do, how long we take it. ये अपने हाथ में है. So this is what our today is trying to understand. यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते अप्राप्य मनसा सह आनंदम ब्रह्मणो विद्वान अविवेति कुतश्च नेति. This is what today we have studied. Now, drilling we have to do in our own heart. for removing all the negativities in us which are not allowing us to pursue the Brahma Marga, which are forcing us to take the Bandhana Marga. उन सब कचरे को हटाने के लिए इनका हमें विचारणा करनी. And it's very subjective. You may listen to million gurus million times. But personally, if that information is not taken inside as a jnanam and conviction and remove the wrong notions, one's own mukti can never come. We can listen to all gurus, but yet that knowledge, if it doesn't go inside to eliminate my wrong notions and wrong pursuits, that knowledge won't help me. Just like that, millions of medical shops having millions of medicines there for our disease. But that won't sort. You have to buy the medicine and take it. अगर खुद का ही मेडिकल शॉप है लेकिन दवा नहीं ले रहे हो तो बीमारी तो नहीं जाएगा ना. इंटरेस्टिंग. हियर आल्सो ये तीन चीजें याद रखना. भूख मिटना, रोग दूर होना और संसार दूर होना. आई हमारे लिए कोई नहीं कर सकता है ना. व्हेन आई एम हंग्री आई ओनली हैव टू ईट फूड. When I am having disease, I only have to take medicine. So to when I am in samsara, I have to do the sadhana of taking this knowledge inside and removing the contrary opposite ignorance. May Lord give us that subtle intellect to go through all this once more and catch the salient points and use them for our own change of lifestyle and sadhana. Having said so, we'll see our remaining portion of Brahmananda Valli tomorrow. Thank you. Om 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 श्री वेद व्यास सद्गुरवे नमः. 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमो तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you for your patience, dearest friends.